In this video, I'm going to take you along the way through all the steps so you can make this crochet kit. It was a special request from one of our subscribers. Let me introduce you to Frank. I love that they name all of them. The skill level is intermediate, but I believe if you have done other projects and you still consider yourself a beginner, I think you can make this following the instructions that I give you and all the tips throughout the video. So let's get started.
Uri Designs, unique expressions.
These kits bring everything you're gonna be needing for the project. It brings the crochet hook and the yarn needle and safety eye. Make sure you use the crochet hook they give you. Don't change it. What I like to do with these small portions of yarn is to put them in a bowl like this. I know it's an extra step, but it's worth it. It brings also enough polyfiber for the project. I love to put my yarn here so I can roll it better. What I usually do, if I'm sitting on a sofa, I put it on the floor. In this case, I'm going to just leave it here on the counter. For the instructions, they are very detailed. I like the way they explain everything. But as a beginner, you might find it a little bit of a challenge, but don't fear, I'm going to walk you through all the steps. It says here what's included, and it says here additional supplies needed, like a pair of scissors or stitch marker to help you count your rounds. So abbreviation, I suggest that you read all the instructions before you start, especially get familiar with all the stitches if you need to practice. I recommend you do that, but don't use the yarn that they give you. Do it with another yarn. They give you color selections by code, so you know which color to use for every single part. And they also give you specifications on how to make the eyes and how to assemble it. Let's get started. Body and the head are very similar, so for the purpose of this tutorial, so it's not that lengthy, we're just gonna go and do the body together, and I guarantee that if you follow these instructions and then you look at my video, you're gonna be fine making the head because it's very similar. First thing that says for the body is to make a magic ring or chain 2 and 6 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. I'm going to do the magic ring. I like that process better. The way I do my magic ring is very simple. I grab my yarn this way in an X. I hold it here. I'm going to put the crochet hook under this one and on top of the other one and pull the yarn through like this, letting it go but not completely, just like this to make the circle. Okay, and that's how you make the magic ring. It says to make a chain. I always like to, regardless of the instructions, I like to always make a chain to secure the magic ring. In this case, it says to make a chain. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna make 6 single crochet in the ring. The way to make a single crochet is just by putting your hook inside here in the circle, yarn over, pull it through. Now you have 2 loops in the hook, yarn over and pull through both loops. That's your first single crochet. We're gonna make 6 single crochet. After you make the 6 single crochet, you close the magic ring like this. That's the beauty of the magic rings. And now you're going to join here at the beginning with a slip stitch. If you are not sure where to insert the hook, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. So to avoid mixing it up with the chain. So now we're gonna close with a slip stitch. Now you have this already joining, yarn over, pull it through both. That's a slip stitch. For round 2, it says to chain 1 in the same stitch where you join. You're gonna make 2 single crochet. and then in the next stitch 2 again. These are what it's called in crochet terms increases. So you're making an increase. You started with 6, now you're gonna end up with 12. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we're gonna join here on the top with a slip stitch, okay? Now for round 3, it's going to be very important that you understand this concept. Whatever is in the bracket, you have to repeat 6 times and then join and make sure that you have the same amount of stitches that it says here for each round. So what I recommend you to do is make a note in a pad like this for the rounds that you need to do that. When you have to do repetitions, label them as round 3, make 6 lines, and put the number of stitches to verify. So what are we going to do now for round 3 is we already joined round 2. We're going to make a chain, right? And then we're going to make a single crochet in the next stitch, which is right here in the same stitch we started. And then it says to make 2 single crochet in the next stitch. So an increase here in the next one, 1 and 2. That is the repetition we're going to have to make 6 times, okay? So what I recommend you to do is to cross out the first one you made and continue. Single crochet in the next stitch, 2 single crochet in the next stitch, an increase. That's the second one. Continue making that repetition until you make 6. And I'll meet you at the end of this round. That will be our 6th repetition altogether. And now we're going to verify that we have 18 stitches. So let's count together. And the way to count, if you look at the V's here on the top, 1, 2, 3. $18 stitches right here, okay? That's where you're going to join. Don't get this mixed up. This is the chain that you did to start the round. So you're gonna join here. You're gonna join with a slip stitch, pulling your yarn through all together. Now it says to weave in the tail from the center. By doing this, you're going to make sure that your magic circle is not gonna open. So just use your yarn needle to weave in the tail. We're gonna continue making round 4 and make sure you use this method, especially if you are a beginner. This will make it so much easier. Round number 4 is gonna consist of chain 1, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then an increase 6 times. So chain 1, and then in the same, okay, same stitch here, because this is the first one. You're gonna make a single crochet here, and then single crochet in the next one, okay, and then 2 single crochet in the next stitches. So it will be an increase in the next, okay? So that's how you're gonna be repeating that. 2 single crochet in each and then an increase. Okay, so that's the first one. Continue making this repetition and I'll meet you at the end of round 4. Okay, so now we are going to make the last repetition. We're gonna make 1 single crochet and then another single crochet in the next stitch and an increase on the last one. 1 and 2. Now we're done with round 4 and should be 24 stitches. Make sure you count To join, always here on the top. Don't mix this one here. That's the chain. So we're gonna do a slip stitch. Okay, round 5 consists of chain 1, single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then an increase. Start round 5 with a chain 1, and then here in the same stitch that you did right here that you join, that's your first stitch, you're gonna make 3 single crochet, 1 here, in the next stitch 2, the next stitch 3, and then here you're gonna make an increase, which means 2 in the same. That is our first repetition. 3 single crochet, 1 2 3, and 2 in the same. I'm gonna mark this one as done, and we're gonna continue making the repetition until we reach the end. I'm gonna continue and I'll meet you at the end. I'm at the end of round 5. I completed all my rounds and I counted all my stitches and I got 30 stitches altogether. Okay, so now we're going to join here on the top with a slip stitch to close round 5, and round 6 it's going to be easier. Round 6 it's going to be chain 1, single crochet in each stitch around, and then join, and it should be 30 stitches because you're just making the same amount of stitches, okay? And that's going to be the same for round 6 to 12. To start, chain 1, and then in each stitch here you're gonna make 1 in each, all around. By repeating the same amount of stitches for each round, you're gonna see the shape to start changing a little bit. This is going to start closing. Okay, so for now, let me share with you what you can do for these rounds, right? Because from round 6 to 12 is 7 rounds. Do this so every time you finish a round, you will cross it out. So that will keep you in track. And if you feel better using stitch markers for each round, you can do that, or stop and count your rounds. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to verify what round you are. So I'll meet you at the end of round 12 to close and then make the decreases. Okay, so I finished all my rounds. So that is where we are, round 12. We're gonna close this round. It's right here. We're gonna close it with a slip stitch. This is closing round 12. For round 13, it says to chain 1, single crochet in the next 3 stitches, single crochet 2 together, that is a decrease 6 times, and then after it should be 24 stitches. So that's for round 13. So we're gonna come here and mark here when we are done with the repetitions. We're gonna make 6 of the same repetitions, total of 24 stitches. Now we are decreasing to be able to close the body and make it smaller here. Let's start round 13, chain 1. We're gonna make a single crochet here in the same stitch that we joined, and we're gonna make 3 single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, and a decrease. The decrease, what you're gonna be doing is grabbing 2 stitches at the same time. To do that, you insert your hook here in the first one. You pull your yarn through. Now you have 2 loops in the hook, and then you do the same here in the next stitch. You yarn, and then you have 3 loops, and then yarn over all 3 loops. So you're grabbing 2 stitches, but in reality you're decreasing because it's only 1 stitch here on the top, and that's what you want. Okay, so for your first repetition you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, 3 single crochet, and then 2 together to form just 1 stitch. And that's your first repetition. 3 single crochet and then 2 together. So we're gonna cross the first one, and we're gonna continue making the same repetition 5 more times, total of 24 stitches. And I meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so I'm almost at the end of round 13. Let's do this repetition together. I'm gonna make 1 single crochet in the next stitch 3 times. That's 2, 3, and then the decrease. So we're gonna insert it 1 time, pull it through, insert it, put it through, 3 loops in the hook, and then yarn over, pull it all 3 loops, and then we're gonna close here to finish this round with a slip stitch. You should have 24 stitches all together for round 13. For round 14, there's no repetition. You're just gonna have to make chain 1, single crochet in each stitch around, and then join 24 stitches all together. For round 15, chain 1, single crochet in the next 2 stitches and a decrease 6 times, and then join, and it should be 18 stitches. Okay, so it's 2 single crochet and a decrease. So let's do that. Chain 1 in the same stitch where we join, we make 2 single crochet in the next stitches, right? 2 single crochet, 1 and 2 in the next stitches, and then a decrease. Pull it through, 3 loops in the hook, and pull it all through. Okay, so now we're gonna cross this out that we already did 1 repetition. And I'll meet you at the end of round 15. I'm almost at the end here. For round 15, we're gonna make the repetition, 2 single crochet in the next stitch, and then a decrease. Okay, so do that together. 1, 2, and a decrease. I like to tighten my stitches constantly. Just think about it. This is going to hold all the polyfibers, so you don't want your stitches to be open to see the inside. You want them to be closed. It says in the instructions not to crochet too tight, so don't do it extremely tight, but don't make it loose either. So we did everything we needed to do for round 15, and it should be 18 stitches. Okay, we can close now. You want to count your stitches, always count them. Okay, I know I did it right, but we can count it together so I can share with you how to count them. Okay, so we're gonna count from here to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. For round 16, it says to make chain 1 and single crochet in each stitch around, and then join. So these rounds can be easy. Just do 1 single crochet in each stitch. We're gonna make just 1 chain, and in the same stitch we join, we do 1 single crochet, and then so forth, making 1 single crochet in each stitch, total of 18 stitches. Now meet you at the end of round 16. Almost at the end. 1 more stitch for round 16, total of 18 stitches. Let's close this round with a slip stitch. On round 17, chain 1, single crochet in the next stitch, and a decrease. So it's going to be a lot of decreases, 6 of them, but very close together, because it's only one single crochet and then a decrease. And it should be 12 stitches all together. This one's easy to keep track because it's one of each. One regular single crochet in the next stitch and then a decrease. Chain 1 to start this round. In the same stitch where you join, you make one single crochet and then a decrease. Okay? Decrease, and then one single crochet and a decrease. And it should be 6 times. Fast enough, leaving a tail for sewing. Not too fast enough, very simple. We're gonna just close this round right here on the top, right? With a slip stitch. And then we're gonna cut the yarn. I would say loop it like 3 times. I don't think we need that much. And what I like to do is make a chain like that, a slip stitch, and like that. Okay, so this is the body of your frog. Now for the head, it's very similar, because what you're gonna do is make a magic ring or chain 2 and 6 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Let me show you how to do this chain 2 in case you're not comfortable with the magic ring. Let's start with how they say to form a ring with chains. The way to start the chains is gonna be with a slip knot, just like this, right? This is the slip knot to start any project with chains. So let's do 1 and 2 chains, and then from the hook it says to do 6 single crochet in the second chain. So don't count this as your first chain. This is what you have in the hook. It's 1 and 2. So you do here, you yarn over, pull it through to make the first single crochet, and then you do 6 in the same space. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just to join in the first single crochet here, and as you can see, it has an opening, right there. That's what I don't like about making my amigurumis with this chain 2 and instead of the magic ring. I like to make it with the magic ring. The magic ring, making an X like this, holding it here at the bottom of this, on top of the other one, pull it through, let go of this circle carefully, not to dissolve it completely, and then you have a magic ring right here. Okay, it says to chain 1, and it says to make 6 single crochet in the ring. So we're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like this to close the ring. Now, what do you like better? You cannot even see the circle a little bit, but what you're gonna do after with this tail is that you're gonna weave it in and tie it closer together. Now, you join with the first single crochet of the round with a slip stitch right here, pulling your yarn through both completely. That's a slip stitch, and then closing the ring. And about round 3, you can weave in this tail to make sure that it's not going to open the ring, but it hardly does because you already tie it together. Okay, so I think it's better to start your amigurumis with the magic ring instead of the chains. Okay, so now it's going to continue making the rounds. Do the same system, write it down in a piece of paper. In this way, you can keep control of all your increases and decreases repetitions for each round. So this is the body and this is the head. This is how it's going to be. I already made one of the sockets and the part of the eye, one arm, and the fingers, the leg and the toes. And I'm going to share with you how to make the leg and the toes, because the toes and the fingers are the same. I'm going to share with you how to make the eye as well. So this is 2 of the same for the center. We're gonna start with the magic ring. And then we're gonna chain 1. And make 5 single crochet in the ring. If you feel more comfortable making the chain 2 and 5 single crochet in the second chain, you can do that as well. Closing the ring, you're going to join on the first stitch right here with a slip stitch. You're gonna chain 1, and now you're gonna make 2 single crochet in each stitch, around total of 10 stitches, and then you're gonna join. Now you're gonna close round 2 with a slip stitch. And you're gonna chain 1 and single crochet in each stitch around. Should be 10 stitches for round 3. Gonna join at the end with a slip stitch, and you should have 10 stitches, and you're done with the center of the eye. You need to make 2 of this. Fast enough. For the eye socket, we're gonna make the magic ring, or if you prefer, you do the 2 chains, 5 single crochet in the second chain. Chain 1. We're gonna make 5 single crochet in the ring. Closing the ring. Then we're gonna join with a slip stitch. Chain 1 to start round 2. And 2 single crochet in each stitch. Total of 10 stitches for round 2. Closing with a slip stitch, chain 1. And now you're gonna make single crochet in the next stitch and increase, and you're gonna repeat that 5 times. You're gonna join, and you should have 15 stitches for round 3. For round 4, you're gonna repeat 1 single crochet in each stitch, total of 15 stitches. And you're gonna do that for round 5 as well. And to complete the round, you join with a slip stitch. At this point, you can stuff the socket. This is the socket of the eye. And in the instructions, it's telling you to attach the center, which is the wide circle part of the eye, with single crochet. I found that to be a little bit harder, so I stitch it together using the yarn needle. Let me show you how. I'm going to add a little bit of polyfiber, very little. And then I'm going to attach the safety eye on the white part. I placed it right in the middle. In the image, it shows kind of like offside the middle. You can either put it in the middle or a little bit offside. It doesn't really matter. For the eye color ring, you're gonna make 2, and it's just basically 7 chains and joining them to then add the detail around the safety eye. Just like this, okay? Now attaching the white center part with the socket. It's going to be visible if I use the white yarn. So what I'm going to do is just weave in this end and then attach everything together with the green yarn. Let me show you what I mean. What I do is that I grab the white part from the inside here to show the rim all around. You don't want to use stitches on top of the white so the green will show. So I'm trying to just grab the inside of the white here and then go back on the green, which it doesn't matter if it shows a little bit because the same color yarn. This is just a tip that I have learned with the times, but if you have any other suggestions on how to do this, please put it in the comments below. The instructions don't really say how to do it. This is just me using my common sense and sharing this tip with you. For the leg, we're gonna make a slip knot to start. We're gonna make 8 chains. We're gonna join with a slip stitch right here on the first chain you made. You're gonna chain 1 and you're gonna make 8 single crochet in each chain. That will be your first round for the leg. Then you're gonna join with a slip stitch, and for round 2 to 13 you're gonna chain 1, single crochet in each stitch around, and you're gonna join. And for each of those rounds you're gonna have 8 stitches for each. I recommend you do this and mark your rounds as you finish them, or use a stitch marker. Let me share with you how to use the stitch marker for each round. So right after you make the first single crochet, you put your stitch marker here on the top of the first single crochet. That way you can know for sure where you start. You can also use a piece of yarn like this if you don't have a stitch marker. Now here at the end of the round, I'm gonna make sure I did the right stitch count. Remove the stitch marker and join the round. Not here in the chain, but on the first single crochet you made. Make a slip stitch and make sure you mark that you did your second round already to start the new round, and put the stitch marker again. Okay, so now I completed round 13, I made all the rounds with 8 stitches all around, and it says here that for the knee fold you're going to start making more stitches, so you're gonna have an increase. Total of 10 stitches for round 14. Chain 1, single crochet in the first 3 stitches. Let me put the stitch marker here. And then an increase, which means 2 single crochet in the same space. You're gonna repeat that 2 times and then join. Total of 10 stitches. This is for the knee fold, so it's gonna be a little bit wider. Okay, so now ending round 14 with a slip stitch. Gonna chain 1 for the next round. Crochet in each stitch around and then join 10 stitches. So you're gonna do 15 to 20, 10 stitches in each round. So I'll meet you at the end of round 20. After completing round 20, just fasten off. Now you're gonna make the toes or the fingers. For the toes or the fingers, you're gonna make them individually and then attach them together. Let me share with you how. I already made one. I need to make 2 more. The way to make this fingers or toe is that you're gonna be working round 1 through 5 first. It says here, first work 2 fingers round 1 to 5, right? Fasten off each. Then make a 3rd finger, but do not fasten off. Join all 3 together to create a hand and repeat to make 2 hands. And the same is going to apply for the foot and the toes. To start the fingers or the toe for round 1, chain 2, 4 single crochet in the second chain from the hook join, should be 4 stitches all together. We're gonna start with a slip knot, chain 2, and 4 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Right here, you're gonna make 4 single crochet in the second chain from the hook, which is the first one that you made. I'm here on my last stitch and I'm going to join right here on the first single crochet with a slip stitch. That completes the first round for the finger or the toe. We're gonna chain 1 to start new round, and in this you're gonna make a single crochet and increase 2 times, join 6 stitches all together. So let's do the first regular single crochet, and we're gonna add a stitch marker here on the first, so you can identify when you are changing rounds, because this is so little that I think it's going to be helpful. Okay, so we already made the first single crochet for this round number 2. Now we're gonna make an increase right here in the next stitch. So it's 2 single crochet in the same space. And we're gonna repeat that 2 times. So now we're gonna make just 1 single crochet here and then an increase, and we'll complete this round with 6 stitches, making sure that you have all the 6 stitches before you move forward with round 3. Join with a slip stitch, chain 1, and single crochet in each stitch around, total of 6 stitches for round 3. Let's continue putting the stitch marker at the beginning of each round. I'm here at the end of this round, moving the stitch marker to close this round with a slip stitch. Chain 1 to start round 4, single crochet. Let's add the stitch marker at the beginning of this round, and then it's going to be a decrease Remember, when you are making a decrease, you're going to insert the hook in the next stitch here, pull your yarn through. You're gonna have 2 loops in the hook, and then again insert it in the next stitch, yarn over, pull it through. You're gonna have 3 loops in the hook, and then pull it through all 3 loops. You're gonna repeat what's in the bracket 2 times, single crochet and a decrease. You're gonna join, and you should have 4 stitches at the end of round 4. Here at the end of round 4, you're gonna join with a slip stitch. For this last round, I'm not gonna use the stitch marker because the space is so little that it was really getting in the way. And for round 5, you're gonna chain 1, single crochet in each stitch around. You should have 4 stitches all together for round 5. And join right here. Now you finished the first toe or finger. I'm going to fasten up because this is not my third one, but don't forget that when you are on your last one, don't fasten up. Okay, so now I'm on my last toe and I close my 5th round with a slip stitch. I have 3 already. Now it's time to attach them. Chain 1, single crochet in the next 2 stitches on the working finger. So I'm gonna do it now. Chain 1, 2 single crochet here, and it says here single crochet in the next 2 stitches on the 2nd finger. So I'm gonna grab the 2nd finger and I'm gonna make 2 single crochet. And then 4 single crochet around stitches on 3rd finger. Right here, continue making the single crochet. At this point, I'm not 100% sure if I'm understanding what they refer to when they call finger number 1, finger number 2, finger number 3. So do the best that you can to go around all the stitches for all fingers and put them all together. This is really a little bit confusing, but I think the way I'm making it here makes sense. And now you go single crochet on 2 stitches of the 2nd finger. Basically, you're going around, right? So make another one here. And single crochet in last 2 stitches of the 1st finger where you started. You should have 12 stitches all together for round 6. Closing round 6 with a slip stitch. And for round 7, you're gonna chain 1, single crochet in each stitch around and join, a total of 12 stitches. For the belly, it's going to be very easy. For round 1 and 2, 3, it's a little bit more complicated because you're gonna be making half double crochet and double crochet. So let me share with you how you can make the belly. Round 1, you're gonna make a magic ring. Keep in mind, if you want to make the ring with the chains, you can do that as well. You're gonna make chain 1, 6 single crochet in the ring. You're gonna join the round with a slip stitch. Round 2, you're gonna chain 1 and you're gonna make 2 single crochet in each stitch around and increase total of 12 stitches for this round. Gonna join to close this round. You should have 12 stitches for this round. For round 3, you're gonna make chain and 2 single crochet in the next stitches. 2 half double crochet in the next stitches, and over, put your hook in the next stitch, pull the yarn through. Now you have 3 loops in the hook, yarn over and pull the yarn through all 3 loops. You're gonna make 2 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Yarn over, put your hook in the next stitch, pull the yarn through. Now you have 3 loops in the hook, yarn over, pull the yarn through the second loop. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through the last 2 loops. You're gonna make another one here. Yarn over, put your hook in the next stitch, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through the second loop, and then the last 2 loops. 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, in increase 2 in the same, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, two half double crochet in the next stitch, another increase right here, 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2 right here. Two half double crochet in the next stitch, and single crochet in the last stitch. You should have 20 stitches for this round. You join with a slip stitch and you're completed with the belly. Fasten now, leaving a tail for sewing. When attaching all the parts together, just make sure you don't leave gaps. The best advice that I can give you is to always grab a stitch at a time from both parts. In that way, you're not gonna have any openings. And when you're done, just take your yarn in different sections of the arm like this and cut it short right here to make the yarn disappear inside. Okay? And before you attach the arms and the legs to the body, just make sure you put a little bit of poly fiber inside. I use the tip, the round tip here of the crochet hook to help me push everything inside. And don't forget to leave the knee bend on legs free of the fiber fill. That way it's going to be more flexible. You're going to be able to bend the knees. Before you assemble all together the pieces, add the details. For the nostrils, they want you to put them between round 7 and 8. They consist of French knots, and the way to make them is by inserting the yarn needle and wrapping around the yarn twice. And from this one, go directly to the other one, leaving 4 stitches in between. Just like this. You're gonna be making the same French knots for the details on the legs. Secure the yarn on the bottom with 2 knots and cut the yarn short. For the mouth or smile, it says to do back stitches over 12 stitches on front of head between rounds 9 and 10, and I'm going to just do my best here. I didn't like the way it looked. I think I needed to make the stitches close to each other, so I went back like this, and I think I like it this way better. And then I'm adding all the French knots on the legs. for all those details. This is random, just put as many as you wish. And the last step is to assemble all the parts together using the yarn needle. Try not to skip any stitches, grab one stitch from the body and then another one from the head all around. Follow the instructions that they're giving you to position all the parts, counting the rounds. But the most important thing is that it makes sense to you, because after you put the polyfiber inside, this shapes up differently. So you want to really look at the drawings and making sure that it looks the same. Like for example here, it doesn't say to attach these two together, but I felt that I needed to do this because in the picture it looks that they are together. So whatever makes sense to you and whatever it looks good to you, it's what you want. So what do you think? I think it came out so adorable. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this, and hit the bell notification so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Until next time.